You could see that in every aspect of Cuban life. It was about the human touch. Everywhere we went, it was about the human touch. It was about interacting with us, playing games with us, talking to us. So it was just amazing to see that. The CUNY Athletic Conference Goodwill Tour is our way of integrating our student athletes in the life of the CUNY campuses so that we showcase our value beyond just sport.
The trip to Cuba was a 10-day trip which consisted of volunteer work, being able to learn the culture. A lot of what we did was visiting hospitals, visiting schools, interacting with the people of Cuba, getting to know their culture.
Talking to them about what they like to do, where they live, what they do for work, what they enjoy to do when they're not working, what's like living in a country that is suppressed to an extent. It's a communist country.
One day we went to Old Havana, we went out on the street and we started playing volleyball and people came in and were playing with us. That was really cool because we didn't do it to make people come to us, but they just came to us and we make friends basically.
A lot of these kids in Cuba, a lot of people in Cuba, the only thing they have that unifies them is sport. So for us to be able to relate before anything else, it doesn't matter where we're from, what language we speak, what color we are, no matter anything, but we all enjoy sports. We already had something connected with these people of Cuba. We visited a Havana Pediatric Hospital of Havana. We got to spend time with the kids there. I put on card tricks for the kids. I got to play handball with one boy who was waiting a kidney transplant, and nothing was cooler than to see the look on his face when he had some attention from an older male figure.
And we gave out gifts, we gave out shirts, we gave out balls, toys. It was a highlight of my moment because kids are really important to me, and just to see how happy they are with the most minuscule of things, and for us to give them something, it meant a lot to me.
There was a grandmother and a boy that were leaving the hospital, and this boy noticed we had a small little yellow soccer ball, and we took a few pictures with him, and we gave him the ball after, and he was so happy. And the grandmother in Spanish, she turned around and said to one of our student athletes who spoke Spanish, "Thank you so much. You don't know what you just did." Every day he sits in my kitchen and he kicks around my tomatoes that I need to cook with, and he bruises my tomatoes and he thinks it's a soccer ball. And he said, "Finally, now I don't have to kick around my grandma's tomatoes. Now I actually have a soccer ball."
Each and every day they showed why we are proud of who they are, why I'm proud to be working in CUNY, why I feel so good about the kids that were picked and the ones that were on the trip with us, because every day in their own way they showed their willingness to do more, their willingness to give back, their willingness to work with each other and adapt in a tough environment.
I play against people that went to the trip, and it's just like we clicked the first day. Even on the airport, JFK, we clicked right away. And it's just like awesome. I would have never thought that I was gonna be like that with them because we play against each other. It's just like, when you play against somebody, you don't like them sometimes, and then you come to this trip and you're a friend.
It was an honor to be nominated for this trip, no matter where we were going, but the fact that we were going to Cuba and being one of the first groups to go to Cuba and represent New York, CUNY, America, it was an honor to show these Cuban people who we are and what we do.
I feel like we made history, and it's something that is going to carry on from years on out, and I feel like everybody should have the opportunity to at least take a trip there one time in their lifetime and be able to see what we saw.
I think it speaks to the involvement of what we're trying to do, not just showcase ourselves to our own population, but also show that CUNY is evolving and becoming a university that more and more so our students can be proud of to have represented and continue to represent.
Look forward to doing it again real soon. Live from Havana, Cuba on CUNY TV. Later.